All right, check 1, 2, 3. Hey, everybody. It's a great day for a great baseball game. I'm running a little bit behind. I had some technical difficulties. Everything was working awesomely except for my audio. And now my game controller's not working either, so I'm all behind. All right, first batter's number 21 here. Trying to get my game controller going here, and I can zoom in. First call's a strike. G. Montero. He's going to make contact with the ball. Shortstop gets it. Throws it to first base. It's not in time. It's going to be a base hit there for G. All right, there we go. Up next. Oh, throw back to first there for G on first. He's safe. Bennett Schooley up to bat here. You know, my analog audio setup, it's got like a buzz to it, so hopefully you guys aren't hearing a buzz. Strike is called there, showing bunt. But hey, I got a backup here. My backup audio, analog. He's going, it's going to be a ball, and he is safe at second base. Montero with a steal. Schooley up to bat. Here's the pitch. Bunt showed again. And it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike for Schooley. Here's the pitch. Bunt again, and a nice bunt it is. Pitcher picks it up, throws it to first base. He's going to get him out at first. But that is a sac bunt, so will not count against his batting average and advances the runner, Montero, to third base. So 1 out here. Ball 1. Contact made. It's up in right field. Right fielder, he's getting under it, and he's going to catch it. But tagging up is Montero, and he is going to get home to score first here for the Wildcats. Wildcats go up 1-0 as G. Montero with a nice single in the first inning gets home, and a nice sacrifice hit, sac fly. 2 outs now. Here's the pitch. He's going to call it a strike. He said he went around. Number 19, this is Tony Canestra. Strike 2 for Tony. Nobody on. Davidson up 1-0. Hoping my audio sounds okay. Swing and a miss for Tony, and that's going to be strike 3, but that's okay because Davidson's going to score first, and they're up 1-0. We're going to go to the bottom of the first. Montero on the mound here for Davidson. We got a bunch of guys called up from the JVB team. Cash Ivy behind the plate. He's catching. First base looks like Tony Canestra. He's there. Second base, Cash Conaway. Look at him field that ball right there. Shortstop, we got. It's Mastler. Jackson Mastler at shortstop. Third base is Miguel Simo. Outfield, let's see who we got here. Number 12, that's Schooley. Bennett Schooley in left field. And Sam Bria in right field. And Mason Stessner playing center field there. All right. First batter up for Coffman. Number 21. G on the mound pitching. Pitch is a little outside. Ball 1. Here's the second pitch. High and inside. Ball 2. Maybe we can get in the middle. Coach Yoder calls for time.
I got a second headset here. Come on. Sit down.
Here's a pitch right down the middle. That's going to be strike 1 for Montero. Two and one's the count. Bottom of the first, no outs. First batter, little curveball, just get a little high and inside. 3-1. Timeout call by the home plate umpire. He says play ball. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle, fouled off to the right side, and we got a full count. Here's the full count pitch. Contact right back to G. He's got the ball. He's going to toss it to Tony Canestra, and they're going to get out number 1. Let's take a look at that play. Here's the replay. G gets the ball, runs over. All right, next up is number 1 for Coffman. Nice curveball there, fouled back. 0-1 count here. 1-1. 1-1 with one out. Here's the pitch. Ooh, jammed him inside there. Swing and a miss. 1-2. G right down the middle. Nice fast ball. Fouled off. Number 1 stays alive here. Right down the middle, called a ball. That was a tough one. Here's the pitch. Contact made, center field. Stessner trying to get under it. Oh, no, the right fielder. Our right fielder out there is number 3, Sam Bria, with the catch there for out number 2. All right, here's the next batter for Coffman. We got 2 outs. This is number 19. Montero on the mound. Here's the pitch. Ooh, that looked good, and it is. Strike 1. 1-1 count here. 2 outs. Bottom of the first. Wildcats are up 1-0. Away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Ooh, inside. Called a strike. 2-2 is the count for number 19. Montero doing a fantastic job getting the ball over the plate. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swung and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to end the inning. G. Montero pitching with a nice strikeout. Let's take a look at that replay, that strikeout. Good form there. And a nice swing by number 19. But he fails to connect. Catching there, Cash Ivy. I don't know who's up next, but we'll find out. All right, top of the second inning. Wildcats up 1-0 against Coffman. This is the stadium. Colby Haupt hit the ball out for a home run out of this stadium. Colby is on the injured list. Maybe he's watching at home. Shout out to you, Colby. Your team misses you, but I know you're supporting them at home, and I hope you feel better, man, so you can come back and join your team. He's a good catcher. All right, Miguel's up next. Batting in the 5th spot. Looks like Stessner's on deck here, batting 6th. Top of the second, no score. Here's the pitch. Oh, that was a nice curveball. A little high, ball 1. Pitch inside, ball 2. That was a good pitch. He's calling it too high, though. I don't know. Hopefully the umps aren't listening to this broadcast because it looks like a strike. Here's the pitch. That's inside, and it's going to be ball 4. All right, we got a leadoff walk here. Miguel Simo. Up next, Mason Stessner. Still looking for his first hit here on the JVA team. Let's get Miguel and Simo in frame here. There's the pitch, a nice curveball it was, and that's going to be called a strike. Here's the pitch, outside, ball. Throw back to first base there, not in time. Simo safe at first base. Here's the pitch. Ooh, that looked good. That was a curveball. And looks like his curve got some command since Miguel was up. All right, Stessner got to protect. Pitcher, he's going to throw back to first base to check the runner there. Here's the pitch. Contact made through the gap on the right side. That's going to be a base hit for Stessner. That's his first base hit on the JVA team. And he's going to get Simo all the way to third base. Good job base running there by Miguel. He got a good lead there, and Mason Stessner got his first hit. All right, up next is Sam Bria. Runners on the corners here. Stessner going to get out at first base. I'm not sure what happened there, but sometimes Mason gets a little nonchalant there on the base running. He's got to be more aggressive when he's on the base. Pitch, wild pitch outside, and bounces right off the back stop, and good thing Miguel didn't try to go home there. Bria, 1-1 count here. Oh, right down the middle. That's strike 2. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. All right, 2 away here. We got a man on third. Cash Conaway up to bat. Fouled off, 1-1, 1-1. Pitch outside, almost a wild pitch. The catcher jumped away to get it. Good play by the catcher there. Two and one. There's the pitch. Contact made. Right field. Looks like the right fielder got underneath it for the third out. All right. Inning over. Half of the inning over. Going to the bottom of the second. Wildcats still lead at 1-0. All right, number 23 up for Coffman. Bottom of the second, Wildcats up 1-0. Miguel on the mound. Here's the pitch. Almost hit him. Ball one. It's a really nice field here at Coffman. They got a nice outfield with some trees. All right, fouled off the right side there. 1-1 is the count. Dugout's kind of interesting. It's got like, it's just kind of a fence. Hey, it's not bad. It's like ours, I guess. Strike called there. 1-2. G. Montero, sorry, is on the mound, not Simo. G. Montero. Here's a pitch. Ball. 2-2 is the count. Number 23. All right, here's the pitch. Contact made, center field. Stessner going back for it. And it's caught there. Oh, almost caught by our right fielder. He dropped the ball there. Sam Bria there. He's going to get an error. They're talking it over because they think I think one of the umpires called him out. So there's a little confusion there. Coach for Coffman's talking it over with him. I mean, I should have gotten a replay right away on it, but it looked like he could have caught it with his leg after he caught it with his glove. I don't know. He's out. So he's going to be out in right field. So Bria gets the out. One out, one away here. First pitch, ball one. I feel like the ball is getting hit to center field, and then the wind is just taking it because there is a strong wind here. Ooh, swing and a miss. Nice pitch there by G on the mound. It's right down the middle. Contact made. Center field. Stessner getting under it, and he's going to get out number 2. All right, 2 outs here, bottom of the second. Wildcats up 1-0. Left-hander for Coffman. Ooh, strike called. Number 2 at bat. Here's the pitch inside. Ball 1, 1-1 is the count here. Contact made, fouled off into the dugout, Coffman's dugout there. Everybody's okay in there. One ball, 2 strikes here, 2 outs, bottom of the second. Pitch right down the middle, second baseman, Cash Conaway picks it up, gets it to first base, and that is going to be out number 3. All right, let's take a look at some replays. Here's Stessner with that outfield catch here. And then here's that final play. Left-hander. It's the left side. Cash Conaway. He finds a way. Gets it to Tony Canestra. First base. There's the replay for you. Last 2 outs. A little controversial first out, but you'll have to play it back on YouTube later. All right, we go top of the third. Wildcats up 1-0, and we're going to be at bat again. Cash Ivy looks like he's getting ready to step up to the plate. Ooh, a nice curve ball inside for strike 1. Shout out Grandma Stessner watching from Cleveland. Here's a pitch, contact, this fly up, right side pop, inside fly. The second baseman's going to catch it for an out. So that's out number 1 here, top of the third. We go back to the top of the order, G up to bat. Here's the pitch, curve ball, and it was a good curve ball. Looked like it was coming inside, did a nice little curve into the zone. Strike 1. There's a pitch, contact, and it's left side foul chopper. 0-2 is the count. G's got to protect now. Here's the pitch. Ooh, that looked real close. Well, he was just outside. 1-2 is the count. There's the pitch. Another curveball, but I think he got a piece of it, so he stays alive with that move. G is 1 for 1 with a run here. He had a single back in the first inning. Wild pitch there for 2-2 count. Contact left side. Third baseman picks it up pretty easily, and he's going to get the out at first base. Good play there by their third baseman. All right, 2 outs. Schooley up to bat. Schooley had a sacrifice bunt back in the first inning. Ball 1. Ball 2. Two away here. And a 2-0 count for Schooley. Here's the pitch. Ooh, that was inside. Another curve ball, but didn't get enough turn on it. There's the pitch. It was right dead center. That's going to be strike 1. Schooley had the no swing told to him. There's the pitch. Contact, shortstop. He's going to field it. He's going to throw it, and he's going to hang on to it. So, nice single there by Schooley. We got a man on with 2 outs here. Mastler up to bat next. He had a sacrifice fly last time. He looks at ball 1. Pitch back to first base. Not in time there. Schooley on first. There's a pitch, swing and a miss. 1-1's the count for Mastler. Contact, foul. 1-2's the count. There's the pitch. Ball. 2-2's the count. Pitch back to first base, not in time there. Schooley safe at first. Another pitch back to first. Contact made left side, foul. Mastler protecting there. There's the pitch. Contact made, but foul. Mastler battling at the plate here. He's got a 2-2 count. He's doing a good job getting the pitch count up here. Another pitch back to first. He's safe. Strike 3 called, or swinging, as Schooley was heading to second base. So strikeout ends the inning there. And strands Schooley at first. We go to the bottom of the third. Wildcats up 1-0. Just want to thank our sponsors for Davidson Baseball: Bell Fountain Dental, Hilliard Modern Dental, Design Collective, and Managing to Be Wealthy. Thanks so much, guys, for being our 2026 sponsors. All right, here we go. Bottom of the third. Here's the first batter for Coffman. And the pitch. G on the mound. 7 hitting. He's going to hit it in the gap in left center. Schooley picking it up, throwing it in to Mastler, and that's a single. Or I'm sorry, a double. Leadoff double here. Right up next, number 14. With a man on second, no outs here. Here's the pitch, a bunt. G picking it up, going to first base. He's going to get the out at first. And it looks like Coffman's going to advance the runner here, so a sac bunt. Advances the runner. All right, 1 out, man on third here. Number 6 up to bat. He's their 9th batter. Here's the pitch. Strike called. 0-1 is the count. High, 1-1. Inside is going to be pop foul. 1-2 count. Away, ball 2, 2-2 is the count. Contact right side infield, and it's dropped there by Cash Conaway at second. We got runners on the corners here. All right, top of the order here, number 21. He hit it back to the pitcher, to first base his last time up. There's the pitch. Ball is hit to right field. Getting underneath it is Bria. He's going to throw it in, but a runner's going to score there. He caught the ball. All right, Coffman gets on the board here. We're tied at 1 apiece. That's a sac fly for number 21. 2 outs. Number 7 scores. Up next, number 1. Last time up, he flew it to right field. Two outs, runner on first. Throw back to first base, not in time.
Are you listening on your way here? Does it sound okay?
All right, stolen base there by Coffman, man on second base. There's the pitch, away. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs. Bottom of the third. We're tied at 1 run apiece here. Low and away, ball 3, 3-0 is the count. Strike called, 3-1. G on the mound, trying to battle back here. Strike 2 called, full count. G battled it all the way back to a full count here. To being down 3-0. It's the game within a game. If you like baseball like I do, you know. It's the battles at the plate. Here's the pitch. Oh, did he go? That's the question. He did not, and so that's going to be a walk. All right, 2 outs, man on first and second. Number 19 up to bat. Last time up, he had a strikeout. Man on first and second. 2 outs. Just need to get 1 more out. There's the pitch. Away. Ball 1. Oh, pass ball here. Runners advance. Second and third, 2 balls, no strikes. Just need to get out. Just need to get this batter. We'll get out of this inning. 3-0 count here for number 19. G on the mound. Here's the pitch. Strike called. 3-1. That's away. It's going to walk. Oop. All right, Yoder's going to come out and talk to G here. We got bases loaded. 2 outs. Number 23 up to bat. Coach Yoder giving some advice to our pitcher, G. Montero. Here's the pitch. Contact, and it's going to be fouled off. 0-1. There's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2, 0-2 is the count. Whatever Coach Yoder said to him, could be working. Here's the 0-2 pitch, contact at his right side and just foul. He's protecting, nice little battle we have going on here. Nice curveball. That should be strike 3, but it is not strike 3. It is called a ball. Is he going to do it again, or is he going to throw a fastball? He's going to hit him. Well, it was a good at-bat up until that point. So he's going to get hit by a pitch, and Coffman's going to put another one up on the board here. Runners advance. Number 6 scores. 2-1 Coffman. Number 10 is up to bat. Here's the pitch. High curve, ball 1. Ball is hit. Cash Conaway trying to get it, but it's going to be foul ball. 1-1's the count here with 2 outs. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. 2-1 is the count. Strike called. 2-2. Some sirens going by here in Dublin. Every time I hear sirens in Dublin, I think of Officer Brian McLean. Shout out to him. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that gets us out of the inning. G. Montero pitching, and let's take a look at that strike 3 on the replay. Montero. Whew. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That ends the inning. We're now to the top of the 4th. Coffman got a couple runs in there. They lead 2-1 against the Wildcats. Up next for the Wildcats, Tony Canestra, Miguel Simo, and Mason Stessner. Here's our fans here today. Check out Mason's grandpa. Mason's pap climbing up all the scaffolding over there. Coach Mike Canestra, he's with us today. Who other celebrities we got? Another Conaway hiding over there. Celebrity sighting time. Kiss cam. No. All right, Tony Canestra up to bat. Here we go. Tony looking for his first hit of the game. Here's the pitch. A curve ball there. Swing and a miss for Tony. Pitch right down the middle. It's going to be fouled off by Tony. 0-2 is the count. There you go, Tony. He makes contact with it. All the way in the outfield. Is it fair? Is it foul? It is foul ball. Tony stays alive, but straightens that sucker out. He might be knocking them trees down in the outfield. Here's the pitch. Curveball taken by Tony, and he's going to get a base hit there in the gap. And a nice play by Tony Canestra. Let's take a look at that replay. There's Tony. Try to throw a curveball. And it's no match for T-Bone, Big T. All right, we got a man on, no outs here. Simo up to bat. He looks at strike 1. Miguel walked his last time up and was stranded at third base. There's a pitch back to first base. Tony, he jumped back. He's safe. Here's the pitch. Pass ball there. Tony gets the steal. He started running before the pass ball. So 1-1 is the count. Tony gets credited with a stolen base. Even though it was a passed ball, he started his run before the throw, so he gets credited with a stolen base. Miguel, 1-1. Ooh, that was a strike. 1-2 for Miguel. There's the pitch. A curve ball. That's ball. A little high in the zone for Miguel. Here's the pitch. Another curveball, but it's high, and a throw there to third base. All right, I'm not sure what happened there. Stepped out of the batter's box is what he said. I'm not sure if I got the replay all the way back there. Let's see. I turned the camera, so you can't really see it. But he's going to be out at home plate. And we got one out. And Miguel has to go back to second base. All right, Stessner up to bat. I don't know, he's giving him some practice pitches. This is news to me. He got practice pitches because the catcher got hurt on that, stepping out of the box. All right, Stessner, he got a base hit his last time up. Curveball, and right to the shortstop. Shortstop fielder's choice is going to get Tony in a rundown here. Tony trying to get to third, but he's going to be out at first. So Stessner gets on base, but he hits into a fielder's choice here. All right, next batter is Bria. Looking for his first hit. Stessner is on first. We got 2 outs. Hopefully that pitch back for Stessner doesn't get called out for put out again. And it's a strike. 2 strikes, 0-2 is the count for Bria. Oh, pitch back. Oh, man, that was close. He is safe at first. Stessner, you better get down. Stessner got picked off there the first inning, second inning. There's the pitch to home. Oh, and that's strike 3 called. All right, well, that ends the inning. Well, half the inning, we go to the bottom of the 4th. Coffman up 2-1 against the Wildcats. Montero back on the mound here for the Wildcats. So far he's got, let's see, two strikeouts for the game. And yeah, something happened to my audio here. What the heck happened? Oh, all right, that's much better. There we go. Check 1, 2. I hit a button. All right, number 2 up to bat here for Coffman. First pitch, strike. Last time up, number 2 hit it to our second baseman, Cash Conaway, for an out. Pitch outside. 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. 2-1. 2-1 is the count. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Strike 2 for number 2. All right, here's the pitch from Montero. It's going to be a ball, full count here. Contact, fouled back. It's a battle. It's the game within a game. People think baseball is boring. Who is that? This is the exciting part when you have a battle at home plate, full count. Is it going to be right down the middle? Is he going to throw him a curve? It's right down the middle for strike 3. Montero pitching. There's the strikeout. Let's look at that again. Here's the replay. Up next, number 7. He got a double last time up to left center field and eventually came home to score a run. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Another swing and a foul tip. 0-2 is the count. Contact made, right field. Bria gets under it, and he's going to catch it for out number 2. Let's take a look at that play by Bria. Up next, number 14. He had a sacrifice bunt his last time up. Here's the pitch. Contact made, fouled off. 0-1 is the count. He had a sack, bunt, and G came off the mound, picked it up, threw it to Tony Canister at first base to get the out, but he advanced the runner, who eventually did get home. There's the pitch. Nice curve ball, chopped foul left side. 0-2 is the count. 2 outs, nobody on. Coffman up 2-1. It's a close game here for the Wildcats and the Rocks. There's the pitch, low. 1-2. Nice right down the middle and a strike 3 for G. All right, well, that ends the inning. We go to the top of the 5th. Coffman up 2-1. Let's take a look at that last strikeout. G with some serious command there on the mound. High leg kick. Throws it right in. Nice fastball for a strikeout. That is his 4th strikeout of the game. Up next for the Wildcats, we got Cash squared. Conaway, Ivy, and the other Cash, G. Montero. Why is he the other Cash? Because he's money. He's money on the mound. So you got Cash, and money. Cha-ching. All right, here we go. Conaway steps up to the plate in the box. Two balls for Cash. Top of the 5th. They got someone warming up in the bullpen. Inside, called a strike. 2-1 is the count. Number 19 here for Coffman. He's got 1, 2, 3. He's got 4 strikeouts as well. Here's the pitch. Contact made. Fouled off. 2-2 for Conaway. There's the pitch inside again, same spot. It's going to be a full count here. Cash taking it the distance. Here's the pitch. It's a curveball, and he's going to walk. All right, Cash Conaway goes to first base here on a walk. Cash Ivy up to bat. Ivy's last time up, he popped up to the second baseman. He's looking for his first hit. Cash and Cash. Ivy showing bunt. Conaway on first. Pitcher steps off the mound. Gets a hold of the situation, figures things out here. What's going on? What? Get inside the dugout. Someone is outside of the dugout on our team. I guess we were warming up pitching. All right, here's the pitch, and it's a bunt. Advances the runner. Nice play there by Cash Ivy to bunt the runner to second. The runner, Cash, bunting Cash. And now we get money, G money, Cash money. Oh, yeah, here we go. Cash money. Too hot to handle. Pitcher steps off the mound there. One away. There's the pitch. Contact made left side. Third baseman is going to get it. Not in time to first base, and I'm on Cash Conaway there at third. So Money is G Money is safe at first. And Conaway advances. Up next, Bennett Schooley. Bennett Schooley is 1 for 1 with a sac bunt. He's got a single in the third inning, and his sac bunt is in the first. Pitch back to first base here, and G Money is safe. One out. Runners on the corner, and that is that's a pass ball. And Conaway getting the run there, ties it up 2 apiece here on the passed ball. Montero goes to second, and Schooley has a ball. He's got 2 of them. One out, one on, 2-0. Contact, right side, in the gap. It's going to drop for a base hit. And G Moneyman over there at third. That was a good play by Coffman to get the ball in to stop the run. So advances the runners on the base hit. And we got runners on the corners for Jackson Masteller. Nice single there by Bennett Schooley. One out. Masteller at the plate. He also had a sacrifice. He had a sac fly back in the first inning, and an RBI on that, and a strikeout in third inning. Here's the pitch. Contact made, fouled way back to the right side. 0-1. We're tied up 2 apiece here. One out. Runners on the corners. Masteller at the plate. G, the money man, Montero on third. Oh, we almost got him at first base. Schooley getting back to first. He's safe. I need to back up here so I can see the whole field here. Runners on the corners. Or maybe I should turn the camera. I don't know if that helps. There we go. He does it again. Oh, pass ball, and we're going to get a run home there. G, the money man, Montero's going to get home. Schooley gets to third on the pass ball. And the Wildcats take the lead here, 3-2. G, the money man, scoring. Masteller, an 0-1 count. They were monkeying around there with our first base, Schooley, and now he's on third. Here's the pitch. High ball, 1-1 is the count. Low and away. 2-1's the count for Masteller. Schooley on third, 1 out. Top 5. Davidson up 3-2. That was a nice pitch, but a little high. 3-1. Low ball 4. Masteller on the base on a walk. We got runners on the corners again with 1 out. Coach for Coffman's gonna come out and talk to his pitcher here. Because Canistra's up to bat. Tony Canistra is 1 for 2. He had a hit, a single, last inning, 4th inning, and a stolen base, but he was stranded there at. He got out at second to third. They do have somebody warming up there in the bullpen. Haven't brought him out quite yet. Tony Canistra. Runners on the corners, 1 out here. I'm telling you, I've seen Tony play since he was like 7 years old. This guy gets a hold of the ball. That's a ball. Tony gets a hold of it. They're going to have to plant a new tree out in the outfield because it's coming down. Oh, ball. Oh, they called that a strike. All right, 1-1 for Tony. We got a stolen base for Masteller. Stolen base for Jackson Masteller. Ball is hit far, and it's going to be caught there by the center fielder, but it's all right because he's going to knock Schooley home, and Masteller is going to head off to third, and Wildcats get another one, 4-2. A nice sac fly by Canistra for the second out. Next up, Miguel Simo. He takes strike 1. We got a runner on third. No sac fly here at play, 2 outs. Contact made, chopper to the third baseman's gonna pick it up. He throws it and gets out number 3. Runner does not score. All right, we go to the bottom of the 5th. Wildcats did some damage there. 4-2 is the score against Coffman. And they're gonna have a chance to return. For Coffman, we got the bottom of the order. Should be number 6, I believe, if it's the same kid, if they haven't subbed him out. And then we go to the top of the order, number 21-1. Looks like we got a substitution. 25 is coming in. $25 for 19, and $17 is coming in for Tony. So Carson Height, he's back out here. Popped up on the right-hand side, and it's out of play. So Carson Height goes to third base. Simo, he's going to go to first base. And substitutes out for Tony Canestra. All right, 1-1 count here. Contact made, out of play, foul ball. 1-2 is the count. Carson Height. I mean, I'm not sure. That should be who it is. Number 25. All right, there's a little blooper. He stays alive. 1-2 is the count. Number 6, last time up was third inning, and he reached base on an error, had a stolen base, and eventually came home. Here's the pitch. Ball. 2-2 is the count. G. Montero. G, the money man, Montero. Here's the pitch. Contact. Chopper. Left side. Foul ball. He stays alive. Here's the pitch. Right back to G Money Man, and he's going to walk it over to first base and flip it for out number 1. Miguel Simo at first base gets the out. All right, top of the order here for Coffman. Number 21, strike. He takes a strike. Number 21 is 0 for 2, although actually no, 0 for 1. He had a sac fly in the third inning. Here's the pitch. High, ball 1, 1-1. So bottom of the 5th, 1 out, 1-1. Davidson up 4-2. Here's the pitch. Strike called. It hit the edge of the batter's box, or the you know what I mean. Strike zone. Had a moment there. Contact made right side. It's going to be Cash Conaway, and he easily gets it. Oh, he dropped the ball. He called it an out. It's an out. All right, ground out to Miguel. Cash to Miguel. That's a 4-3 second out. 4-3 second out. Scores 4-2. Ball 1. This is number 1. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. He hit it to right field for an out in the first inning, and then walked in the third inning, was stranded on third base. Here's the pitch. Contact. It's nailed in left field. Center field. Stessner is going to call it. Mason in center field gets the out there. That's the third out of the inning. And we go to the top of the 6th. Stessner, he plays center field for his travel team in the summer, and he knows if he's got it, he calls off the outfield. He's the boss of the outfielders. Shortstop's the boss of the infielders. Top of the 6th, Wildcats up 4-2, and we have a chance to extend our lead. And up next for the Wildcats, we got Stessner, Bria, and Cash 1. Stessner, Bria, Cash Money. That's my next hit. Stessner, Bria, Cash Money. Stessner is, I think you'd say 1 for 2. That's a curve ball for a strike. Yikes. That was way inside, but probably hit the edge of the strike zone there. Stessner, I guess, is 1 for 2. He got on base both times, but he hit into a fielder's choice. All right, Stessner gets hit by pitch. And he takes his base. All right, coach for Coffman comes to talk to his player. That kid's been warming up in the bullpen for a while, and he's coming in finally. He did a fine job. He had 4 strikeouts. 4 strikeouts for him. All right, Bria up next. And he's going to have Stessner on first base. Hopefully Stessner doesn't get picked off on first like he did in the 2nd inning. I know, I could be hard on him. You learn your lessons. Stessner getting on base for that hit by pitch reminds me one time in travel ball, he got hit in the arm by pitch and didn't even move or anything. And he started running towards first base, and the home plate umpire called it a strike. And in the dugout we were like, what? And the umpire's like, he fouled it off. And I'm like, that didn't hit his bat, it hit his shoulder. And he's like, what? And Mason rolled up his arm and he had a mark on his arm. And the umpire was like, kid didn't even flinch. And I said, Mason, you get hit by a pitch, make sure you say ow. So hopefully he said ow. All right, new pitchers warming up for Coffman. Let's go to our sponsors, Bell Fountain Dental, Design Collective, Hilliard Modern Dental, and Managing to Be Wealthy. Thank you to our 2026 Hilliard Davidson baseball sponsors. If you need a dentist, we definitely got you covered. If you need a dentist in Hilliard, Hilliard Modern Dental. And if you're like me and like to fly fish on the Mad River, you can go up to Bell Fountain Dental. Architecture, interior design, strategies for Design Collective and Managing to Be Wealthy. And who wouldn't want to be wealthy? All right, pitch back to first base. He is safe at first. Thank goodness. No outs here. Sam Bria up to bat. He's looking for his first hit here. There's a pitch, bunt, and it's a strike. There's the pitch. Fouled off. Or was it a wild pitch or was it a foul? That'll make a difference for our runner, Stessner, out there. And they're going to call it a passed ball. So 1-1 is the count. Stessner on second base now. That is not a stolen base. That would be a base on a passed ball. Still showing bunt. He bunts it foul. 2 strikes, 1 and 2. Can't bunt anymore. Stessner on second, no outs. 1 and 2 count for Bria. There's a pitch to home plate. Fouled it off. Great battle there by Sam Bria. Our right fielder had a couple catches today. Timeout call by the home plate umpire. Looks like it was requested there by Sam. He's got something in his eye. Now he steps back in the box, and now he's eyeing the pitch. Oh, that's low. 2-2 is the count for Bria. Three and 2 is the count. Full count for Bria. No outs, man on second. Wildcats dugout getting lively here. Low in the dirt. That's a pass ball. Stessner going to get to third base now. We got runners on the corners and a walk for Bria. Base on balls. All right, up next, we got the cash money trio with no outs. So get ready for it. Cash money. I just like saying it, so if you're sick of it, I'm sorry. First one, cash 1, showing bunt. Pitcher steps off the mound. Gives Stessner a look there at first base or third base. Cash money. Throws back to first base. Hang on to that ball. Cash money. Cash 1. Conaway shows bunt, pulls it back. Bria got a late start there. I think he was supposed to steal. He's going to get a stolen base there. Cash money. All right. Runners on second and third. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Ooh. Ball 2, 2-0. Cash 1. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3. What does he do here? Does he have the take sign? Cash 1, get a take there? Or does he get the green light? I don't know. Runners in scoring position. Give him the green light. Here's the pitch. Low, and it's going to be a walk. So bases loaded here for Cash 2. Cash money. All right, Cash 2 here. Bases loaded. No outs. Cash Ivy's looking for his first hit. Swing and a miss. Zoom out here, show you the whole field. We got full of them. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2 is the count. Cash Ivy's got to protect now. Cash, cash money. There it is. Ball. Coffman fans don't like that call. Here's the 1-2 count. Pitch. Swung and miss, and he's out. But the pass ball is going to score a run, so the Wildcats go up 5-2. Stessner coming home for a score, and we got one away here. Batters on second and third. And up to bat is the money man Montero. Contact and left side, it's going to drop, and that is going to be a double. Coming in is going to clear the bases. I told you, man. Cash, cash, money man G. Montero with the double there. What a great hit that was. First pitch hit. Gets a double RBI, doubled it up. Clearing the bases. Wildcats go up 7-2. Here's the pitch for Schooley. Schooley chopped it to the first baseman. First baseman gives the third base a look, and I didn't get it on camera, but Schooley is out at first base there, and that's going to be 2 outs. But you know what? It advances the runner, so I will take it. Contact made, and it's going to be foul here for Masteller. One and one is the count for Masteller. Jackson is 0 for 2 with a sac bunt. Sac fly. I'm sorry, I looked at the wrong guy. Pass ball here. Does he get under the tag? He is out. Let's see that replay. I got it. Let's see it. Did he get home or not? I can't see because I have a box in the way on my screen. You guys can't see that, but let's see if I see it. Move the camera. He gets under it, and I don't know. I can't see it from my view. You guys got to tell me. I have a heads-up display covering up the base. So, did he make it home? So Schooley was 0 for 2 with a sac fly, and Masteller had a walk, a sac fly, and a strikeout. And he's going to come up to bat. He's going to come up to bat next inning. All right, we go to the bottom of the 6th. Wildcats now up 7-2. Tony Canestra He's pitching now. Ball outside. Canestra, he's quite a pitcher. Two balls for number 13. Number 13 in the game now, subbing out for number 19. Strike. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 2-2. Contact made left side and a nice catch there by Schooley in left field. Let's take a look at that replay. All right, one away here, bottom of the sixth. Number 23 up to bat. He is 0 for 1 and hit by pitch. Contact left side, shortstop, throws it to first base and gets the second out of the inning. All right, two away here, bottom of the sixth. Number 10 up. Number 10 is 0 for 2. He's got ball 1 here. Here's the pitch. Canestra on the mound. Contact. Oh, what a diving catch. No, he says no, but he gets the out anyway. Let's take a look at the replay. He's gonna he's gonna get the out anyway. Let's watch that replay. Did he catch it? I think he caught it, but I guess it doesn't really matter. He says no. He throws it to first base and he gets the out there. So that instead of a 6 out 3, it'll be a 6 to 3 out 3. So they go 1, 2, 3, and we go to the top of the 7th inning, and the Wildcats are up 7-2. All right, top 7th. And who's up? Cash Money? No. Masteller's going to get another at-bat here. He is 0 for 1 with a sac fly, RBI, and a walk. Jackson Masteller. It's a good thing the Wildcats are in the lead here because we're missing our star player, Colby Haupt. He's on the injured reserve. Our star player, the #1 player on the team, #1, the alpha dog. Colby owns this field. Last time they played here, he knocked one over the fence. He couldn't come back to defend his title of owner of the Coffman varsity field. But he'll be back next time. He'll have a rematch next time. Hopefully he's doing okay. His team is doing fine without him. Meeting at the mound here. Number 5 pitching. Strike 1. There's a hit, left center, it's gonna drop. Masteller, he's in for a stand-up double to lead off the 7th inning. Nice play there. Canestra. Up next. Canestra, he's, ooh, did it hit him? It hit him. He says it hit him. I got the replay right here. Let's watch it. Oof. I don't know. You tell me. Either way, Tony's going at first base. There's a pitch back to second base. Strike. All right, Miguel Simo. He's got no outs. Ooh, that was a strike. He's got no outs, runners on first and second. And 0-2 count. Miguel. He's looking for his first hit. He did walk back in the second, and that was a close one there. The pitch back to second base. Masteller on second base. There's the pitch right down the middle and a good foul off into our dugout. Miguel. There's the pitch, he fouls it off. There's a pitch back, and it's going to be passed ball. Masteller is going to stay there at second base. 7-2 here, top 7. No outs. Simo doing a good job here. Battling. Pitcher looks back, looks forward. Commits to home and smashes it to left field. It's going to drop for a base hit. And it's going to load the bases with no outs. Nice single there by Simo. All right, up next, Mason Stessner. Ball 1. High, ball 2. Stessner, he is 1 for 2. Low inside, ball 3. He had a hit by a pitch in the 6th inning, last inning, to score a run. He scored a run eventually, but he batted into a fielder's choice and a single. Low and away, he's going to walk a run home here. All right, Wildcats go up 8-2 against Coffman with a walking RBI. I like filling in squares on my score sheet, especially when it's my team. I do the old school score sheet. Contact made. Bria fouls it off. 0-1's the count. Yeah, I keep track of the game on an old school score sheet. And if you're an old timer like myself, I highly recommend doing that. Oh, he's going to get hit. Oh, that was right behind him. Ball. Thought he was going to get hit there. I like the old school score sheet. Sitting there. I need a beer and some peanuts. Oh, that was a strike. 1-2 is the count. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the game, drinking beer and peanuts at home. That was a nice little curveball, but gets outside. 2-2 is the count for Bria. Sam Bria. Sam walked his last time up last inning and eventually got home at a stolen base. Another curveball. Ooh, that looked like it was maybe in the zone. 3-2 full count for Bria. Full count, no outs, bases loaded. Big swing and a miss for strike 3. Good try there for Bria. That's out number 1 here. All right, guess what? We got the trifecta up next. Cash, cash, money. Cash, cash, G money. Cash 1 up to bat first. He had a couple walks here. He's 0 for 1 with 2 walks and 2 runs. Ooh, strike 1. He looks to strike 1 there. I don't know, this is... Oh, and 1.